Have you ever wanted to learn more on global warming? Well, I am here to hopefully teach you something about global warming, or maybe a little bit about it that you already didn't know. Global warming is an increase in the Earth's average atmospheric temperature that causes corresponding changes in the climate, as they may result from the greenhouse effect. Scientists track changes to the planet's temperature in many ways. They use ways like land-based weather stations, ocean buoys all over the world to monitor temperatures constantly. There are three main sources that we feel are causing global warming, such as the sun, the earth, and global gases. But really, most of the blame is given to the gases. What is happening is as the temperature increases, the polar ice caps are beginning to melt, which increases the sea level, which in turn messes with the weather. Carbon dioxide and other global warming pollutants are collecting in temperature's atmosphere like a thick blanket, trapping the sun's heat and causing the planet to warm up. Climate change is a complex phenomenon, and its full-scale impacts are hard to predict far in advance. All of this is very harmful to our health, especially to the health of our children, because of all the air pollution and toxic chemicals around us. Significant increases in the risk of illness and death are related to extreme heat and heat waves. People are also getting diseases that are being transmitted by food, water, and even insects that are likely to keep increasing. There are certain groups that are most vulnerable to the range of climate-related health effects. This includes children, the elderly, and the poor. This is stated in the Climate Change Facts website. Increasing atmospheric CO2 concentration and rising average global temperature are well-documented changes in the global environment, and their origin in human activity is clear. We as humans create substantial amount of CO2 alone just by breathing, and this also goes along with all animals. Automotives, factories, and the burning of almost any fuel we use releases CO2 into the atmosphere. Many scientists also believe that the Earth is also going through its natural cycle. Yes, this could be true. However, we would still be speeding the process up and making things even worse. The warming has been stronger in the far north, where melting ice and snow exposure darker land and rocks beneath allowing more warmth from the sun to be absorbed. And overall, a land is being the more over land than water. Water changes temperature more slowly than land because of the great capacity to hold heat, but the researchers noted that the warming has been marked on the Indian and Western Pacific Oceans. Those oceans have a major effect on the climate warming and could lead to more El Nino episodes affecting the weather, as stated in the Global Temperature Highest in the Millennium website. Over the last 100 years, our global temperature has risen 0.5 degrees Celsius. According to many studies, the global temperature will rise by at least another 1 degree Celsius within the next 40 years. Some computerized world pictures put the rise at even as high as 3 degrees Celsius. This may not seem like much to all of us, but honestly it is. We may overlook all of this because one day it's randomly cold outside and we can just go put on a hoodie or even maybe put sweatpants on to just walk out our doors and go to the cafeteria if you're in college to eat. But for animals, it isn't that easy. They have to go out and hunt for food. And with the weather changing, it makes it more difficult. Species and ecosystems respond to events such as drought and periodic complex climate shifts. For example, in Great Britain, summers are becoming even longer, which affects the way the different types of birds migrate. So for some migrants, such as the swallows, they have to begin an early arrival. And even the native birds are laying their eggs even earlier, which leads to a gradual increase to the population. As the global climate increases, the cover of ice over the Arctic is withering away. That alone affects many species, including the polar bears, whose hunting grounds are becoming smaller, and the amounts of animals they can hunt even smaller. For us, the ecosystems are needed because they deliver goods and services to humankind that are critical for our survival, like food, materials, and even water. Not only do they provide those things for us, they also play a key role in regulating the cycling of carbon and the flow of energy. They participate in the shaping of weather, climate, atmospheric composition, and the climate change. So basically, it is all just going in circles, and everything is affecting everything else. That is the end of my presentation, and I hope you guys have learned something useful to you about my thing. Thank you.